A lot of things have been said, many of them critical about Star Wars The Force Awakens for being too much of a soft reboot of Episode 4. And honestly, a lot of those critiques hold plenty of water. Now, a lot of people are eagerly awaiting to see what directions the story will eventually go in Episodes 8 and 9, and how it'll deviate from similarities to the likes of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Unlike the original Star Wars back in 1977, The Force Awakens left audiences with a lot of questions in mind to speculate over. The biggest of which being, who are Rey's parents and who is Supreme Leader Snoke? But I can't help but wonder, did Lucasfilm want us to fall into this trap? You know, the trap where we relentlessly speculate about these two characters to intentionally mislead us and throw everyone off the scent of another potentially huge reveal? What if their plan all along was that while everybody was eagerly awaiting answers to those questions during Episode 8, that's when they spring on us an unsuspected plot twist, essentially using that misdirection to maintain the impact and value of a big plot twist that very few people, if any, saw coming. But what could that plot twist be? Well, a couple weeks ago, a pretty awesome YouTuber named Vincent Vendetta put out a video outlining all the hints in place that point to the notion that Finn is indeed Force sensitive and has barely begun to tap into his power. And the points he makes and examples he points out are really convincing. Check out the video description below for a link straight to this video. I highly recommend you watch it. There really are a lot of hints toward this in The Force Awakens that seem easy enough to overlook. That is, until you start to dig deep and analyze it all in a way that very few people would do. So the question at hand is this: have we all fallen for it? As in, fallen for an elaborate plan to get everybody worked up over things that are set up more to be intriguing reveals of information with Rey's parents and Snoke's identity, all the while with an actual plot twist brewing surrounding a character like Finn? There's no doubt that audiences will indeed get excited over learning the backstories of characters like Rey and Snoke. But imagine if out of nowhere, a character like Finn suddenly unleashes a violent force push on somebody in a moment of desperation, essentially having that first realization of what he might be capable of with the Force, not only deepening the purpose of his own character, but also likely strengthening the relationship between he and Rey. That specific scenario, though, is obviously a hypothetical one for now, but it seems very plausible with something like an entire story group in place to collaborate and piece together a cohesive and intriguing story that spans over the course of 3 entire movies. And honestly, if this is something they're pulling off, that would be absolutely amazing for multiple reasons. One, because we'd get a pretty sweet twist rather than just a reveal of information. And even if there were a few of us that caught onto that trail and somewhat expected it, it would still be a thrill to see. But secondly, and maybe most importantly, this would be an indicator of the quality of writing we could likely expect from the entire Star Wars universe going forward. The Lucasfilm story group would basically still be a few steps ahead of just about everybody seeing their movies. And that's a notion that I really like and really hope is the case. But I want to know what everyone else thinks. Do you think it's possible that we've all taken the exact bait of speculation that they dangled in front of us, only to set us up for something even more satisfying down the road? Whether that be something surrounding Finn or even another character. I'd love to know if everyone else likes this idea as much as I do, so make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments, leave a like on this video, and above all else, thanks so much for watching, everybody.